What nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89 of Nerdigansing, and today we are doing a in-depth live review for Boruto to Blue Vortex Chapter 4. But before I get into this, let me just remind you to hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons. And because, of course, let alone this video are not sponsored. If you love what we're doing and want to help keep me, my adorable world ninja kitty, who hopefully will join me later, and this operation alive and kicking, so we can keep bringing you more anime and manga content, whether it be news, analysis, live reactions, or live streams like this one. Feel free to hit up our Cash App and PayPal. Links are in the description box below. So, also, I actually found adorable Naruto costumes for my kitty. So if you guys want to see him cosplay in, like, well, if I'm still around, it's not looking good for me, kitty. In future videos, go check out my Amazon wish list. That is in the description box below. Oh my God. So first off, there's a lot to go over. And I gotta say, of course, hello to the chat. Sup, Alan, Smithy, Liam, and Sway Shocks, and R. In terms of me cosplaying is expensive for me. It's cheaper for Key to cosplay than me. But I'll do it again someday. I just gotta make sure I have a roof over my head first. But this chapter of Boruto was, again, sickening. And I actually have more notes this time. I'm not as disorganized as I've been in previous live streams. Let me pull this up real quick. Okay. So first off, we did get confirmation that he knows, or he ain't as good anyway, as his grandpa Minato at the Flying Raijin or Flying Thunder God. And he also has Sasuke's sword and headband. The cloak, though, the cape, we're not sure about that one yet. But something that someone brought up on Twitter, and I think it's a very interesting theory, is that before Code left, Boruto put a mark on when he used Uzuhiko. So Boruto will probably be able to track Code again. But man, I am so happy with the villains we got. The Shinju, aka the God Trees. Yep. And so far, we know, based on the appearances and obviously the trees themselves, we have Bug, Sasuke, and Sogi. They are the ones that are Shinju so far. I do have a feeling we're going to see more Shinju as the series goes on. I hope so. Because I love these designs. I do. And the fashion is sickening as well. And someone pointed out, and I'm very curious what you guys think, if the Shinju look like Akatsuki. There we go. Then we got, let me finish going. Let me make sure I have everything here for the manga. So obviously we saw, you know what, let me talk about the other stuff first, and then we'll really get in depth into the Shinju. So of course we have the whole thing with Kawaki and Shikamaru and Sarada. I'm so proud of Sarada. I am. God, I love her for calling out the hypocrisy, because Kawaki, you are being a hypocrite. And then there is, she is Boss Bay is correct. Oh, yes. And yes, we will be talking about possibilities for Sarada versus Sasuke's clone. Ooh, some of the theories I saw, it got me hyped. But damn, Code, you are not beating the clown allegations. He's been a little bitch, swear. And I'm sad because in Next Generations, Kawaki was badass as hell. And now he's a little much. That frustrates me so much. Oh, yes, here we go. The other thing, and in regards to, we'll get to Kashin Koji later on as well, but I really want to get into these Shinju. So something I did because we're dealing with Ten Tails and God trees and all that. I was like thinking to myself, okay, we've been theorizing about Kaguya and possibly her role in all this. So I looked further deeper into it, and back in Naruto, she combined with the God Tree to become the Ten Tails itself, and she created Black Zetsu from her will prior to her sealing in order to facilitate her revival. Dude, I'm telling you, Kaguya is probably coming. She is probably going to be revived. And here's from Naruto chapter 688 here. So when Kaguya lost control over the tailed beast chakra inside her after being hit by Naruto's Sage Art, Super Tailed Beast Resin Shuriken, she unwillingly transformed into a non-humanoid Ten Tails that manifested as a bloated white rabbit-like form with the heads of the nine-tailed beasts growing from the various points on its body. I wonder if we get something like that again. It'll probably be a different design. This chakra-based form of the Ten Tails retained Kaguya's Rinin Sharingan on its forehead, as well as the Ten Tails ending in hands. So, God, I'm telling you, Kaguya is going to get revived. She is. And I still believe and people are, we're talking. I don't know why some fans still think Code is endgame. He's not endgame. No, I still think Shibai is endgame. And we talked about last month about Boruto traveling into the God realm or the Otsutsuki realm or whatever to fight Shibai. God, I hope that happens. I really, really do. And Boruto probably can do it because of the space-time jutsu he has, as well as with Momoshiki. Dude, the real question is will Momoshiki possess him before then? That'd be interesting. There's also something here that's very interesting because remember, the Shinju were saying that that Code, because of Code, they gained ego and self-awareness, and also we saw the humanoid, obviously the humanoid Shinju's form. Something that was in Naruto anime episode 462, the God Tree is shown to have a will of its own and became the Ten Tails to fight alongside Kaguya, foreshadowing the fact that the Ten Tails and God Trees are one and the same, with obviously the former being the God Tree's seed. So this kind of thing, I feel like Kishimoto kind of foreshadowed, either Kishimoto foreshadowed it, maybe he wrote the script, I don't remember, for that episode of the anime, but either that or this is like a happy coincidence, or hell, maybe Kishimoto took inspiration from it. It'll be interesting. And someone actually pointed out in regards to Sasuke that there's a theory going around that that was foreshadowed back in chapter, I think it was 35, they were saying. Yeah, it was chapter 35, where on the color spread you saw Boruto sitting in front of the tree. Yeah, they're saying that there's the theory that was back at chapter 35, it was foreshadowed. But remember back then, because Kishimoto didn't take over the writing until like chapter 52-ish. So part of me is thinking that Kishimoto maybe got inspired by what was going down in Boruto prior to him coming back for this, or using the anime. Because we've seen that kind of thing happen before, where mangaka will take inspiration from like anime filler or something. I mean, Toriyama is the best example of it for sure, and make it canon. So that would be so. Oh God, I really want to know Kishimoto has to do that. Did you take inspiration from the anime for this? I would like that a lot. But something that, speaking of Boruto, in chapter 45, again, this is before Kishimoto came back. We have the stuff with the motto saying that confirming that the Otsutsuki are the actual sources of the trees. the seeding plants with juvenile tentails, which grows into the tree, sucking up the life of the plants, which obviously we got. But this here too is interesting. The resulting chakra fruit contains the energy and biological information of the planet, which the Otsutsuki used to update and evolve their species. I wonder, because of what Ko did, um, using his chakra to manipulate the tentails, if that, instead of like versus the Otsutsuki evolving, it caused like the tentails to evolve. That would be, oh god, Kishimoto, I would live if that was the case. That would, and also that would make a lot of sense, because it is, remember, it's sucking biological information from the planet. So, and in the case of the Shinju, literally the biological information from the people that are in the trees. But let me pull up what was said by the Shinju. But it seems like Boruto, I wonder, the other thing I wonder, because I said earlier that there could be more Shinju, I wonder, again, I gotta wonder what happened during the time skip with Boruto, Sasuke, and hell, even Kashin Koji, because we got confirmation this chapter that Kashin Koji is with them. So, that's why I'm like, I gotta wonder if there was a Shinju, or like hell, maybe it happened when they were fighting Code or something, and that's when Sasuke got turned into a tree by one of the Shinju. Ooh, that's something to think. God damn, I love these designs so much, but I need to pull up the line for the chakra, for what was said. Here we go. It says, yeah, because Boruto says this. It's not only Bug, obviously, but it's not only Bug. All the others, everyone that turned into a tree is involved. Has evolved to this. It's chakra. Here we go. The lives of this planet, the lives that perished, that lived on this planet, it sucks in all chakra. If the lives have we Shinju make a chakra fruit, yeah, that was originally our instinct. But this right here, the lives that perished, that lived on this planet, I'm telling you, there's more Shinju. There might be necromancy involved in this. Ooh, if necromancy, dude, that would make a lot of sense. That would. Let me pull the Viz localization up and see what it says here, because I was using the fan translation for this, because Viz's localizations piss me off. They do. Here's what the Viz localization says. All life on a planet, both current as well as past and long dead. We divine trees. I hate that they're using divine trees instead of God tree. Jesus. Or not just either. No, I don't like that they're using divine trees instead of Shinju. Why would you not do that? You used it for the Raijin. Like, what the fuck? Anyways, we divine trees exist to suck the chakra of all living things and form a chakra fruit. At least that was our original driving instinct. So he said that both current as well as past and long dead. So yeah. Ooh. What if dude, I swear if like Madara or Obito back to life from this and our shit, dude, if they are Shinju, ooh, if Madara ends up like reviving as a Shinju or being resurrected as a Shinju, ooh, that would be so sick. I know some people will get pissed off about it, but no, this, oh god, dude, what if Kurama gets, dude, I could see this. I could freaking see this. I could see Kishimoto do this because he loves Kurama. Kurama's his favorite character. I could see, I wonder if this will affect Kurama. Because remember, Kurama is gone right now. Oh, wisdom. Divine tree is cray cray. Let's legit figure out what to do about this before Shinju, they, them destroys the world. No, not that, dude. I'm already pissed off that the activists My Hero Academia localizers put sex worker instead of prostitute in this past week's chapter. I'm dead serious, man. Viz, you said you have what was it? You have a well, not quality control. They basically admitted they don't have quality control over there, because they said, "Oh, we have all these editors with hundreds of years of experience." Mofo, you're everyone. Everyone makes fun of your localizations. They do. And Detective Conan being Detective Conan has to be the worst because of they basically replaced the names of Detective Conan with the English anime localizations names. So it's basically sanitized, and that pisses me off because you don't see this shit with Yu-Gi-Oh, for example. Anyways, like Ward is canceled. What? Ward was censored? The wart. Wait a minute. The wart was censored. Oh god, I'm gonna have to look at that later. Oh my gosh, because that was kind of important to the chapter. Here's what. Oh, let me pull up what the rest of this dialogue here. But Code, it seems like we degenerated a bit from being awakened by you. Us having ego. Here, what Viz says is we appear to have evolved a bit thanks to awakening self-awareness. Why can't you just say ego? Self-awareness in us. I have to wonder if Code like active or weaken the Black Zetsu or not. Dude, I'm telling you, this is connected to what Kaguya did when she became part of the Ten Tails. And what was it? And the Black Zetsu. I feel like that. I'm telling you, God, that's what it feels like, man. But God, Code getting clowned by basically a clown Shinju was just everything. But that, oh man, I think I remember my live reaction too when we saw the Sasuke Shinju. We're like, oh my god, that looks like Sasuke. Yeah, I love that we got confirmation of that. But again, but they said, but the Shinju did say that that was their original instinct. So I wonder if oh god, what was I gonna say? I wonder if Code's chakra kind of screw with reviving like dead people into Shinju or not. That would be interesting. But I feel like the since they gained an ego and self-awareness and are in pursuit of knowledge, god damn it, that really makes me think Kaguya's gonna get resurrected. But I wonder if that means, because they're weakened now, I wonder if that means they're not they can't revive like the dead, Madara or Obito, as Shinju. I wonder if that has anything to do, if that would make it impossible to happen. That would that's just an interesting thought there. But where was the next thing? Okay, so to make it clear from what we're seeing here, especially to set up what we're eventually going to see with, I hope we see with Sadara versus Sasuke, because the God Tree and the clones do contain information of the people withering away in the trees, and what they have absorbed so far. That's how they're able to use the techniques of other people. But goddamn, I feel like necromancy is coming. I honestly do. I know. So again, I know some people would be mad at Madara and Obito, or even Jiraiya. If Jiraiya comes back, oh, if he comes back as a Shinju, holy shit, that would be awesome. Oh my god! And then you would have Kashin Koji versus the Jiraiya Shinju. Oh my god, please do it, Kishimoto. I need that in my life so bad. Oh my god, I would need that in my life so bad. Uh, but someone brought this up and I was just living. If since we know these or basically if these clones do have the memories of their victim, which it seems like it is the case, imagine Sasuke's clone telling Sarada that her uncle is responsible for the massacre of the Uchiha clan, to destabilize her during a fight. And then she will know that the real Sasuke did everything to hide it from her. Dude, I'm telling you, if Sarada fights the Sasuke clone, woo! If that happens, man, oh, that would be amazing. Oh, I hope this happens. Dude, I hope part of me hopes we're gonna see Sakura and the Sasuke clone. I wonder if the Sasuke's clone's instincts are going to, have him eventually go meet up with Sakura and Sarada. Because there's the knowledge, because they have the self-awareness, they have the ego. They're pursuing knowledge and probably trying to find out more about where they came from in terms of like the people that they were cloned by and whatnot. That's probably what it is. I think the only way that they're going to be defeated, though, is if there's a couple of things. You have the destroying the main 10 tails itself, and then the other thing I'm guessing would be to destroy the trees, kind of like what we're seeing in Shibatarian with oh my god, with Shibata, dude. If you have not read Shibatarian, which is a short series, I think it's ending soon. That manga, especially if you're a horror fan, go read it. You will love it. It's a Manga Plus exclusive. Again, why am I not sponsored by Manga Plus at this point? But I have to go back in regards to. I forgot about this. In regards to the Minato line, yeah, I guess people are not are having weird interpretations of it, but what he means is that he isn't as skillful as Minato in the flying Raijin technique only. He's not talking about his overall skill level. Boruto is more of a prodigy than Minato and Sasuke. He's much more skilled overall. Dude, I feel like Momoshiki has more to do with it than anything else. Prodigy maybe, but I feel like Momoshiki has some influence on this. But anyways, but yeah, I wonder if what was said here about why Boruto wanted to get the Ten Tails killed as soon as possible, because if these things go around unchecked, they're going to consume the planet and just replace everyone with Jubi clones or Shinju, creating the worst possible future. That I could see that, but also because they gained ego and self-awareness. Yeah, I think that would make the most sense if the Shinju try to replace everyone with clones. But I still feel like this is all connected to bringing back Shibai and bringing back Kaguya, because Shibai is like Vaernus in Fairy Tail 100 Years Quest. That's what it seems to me. So Vaernus, for those of you that don't know and haven't read 100 Years Quest, should. Basically, unlike the other dragon gods, he is more of a concept. So his physical body was destroyed. I think it was destroyed by Agnologia, if I remember correctly. And he is just a concept right now. And he has different, there's obviously, there's Duke who runs the guild, and that guild is basically a concept too. It's so weird. It's so weird. And then what was interesting is Duke created a bunch of, let's be real, a bunch of homunculus alchemists. So I'm just like, and also including resurrecting God Sarita, which was just everything. Oh my god, I miss, dude, God Serena versus Jalal, everything. Telling you, go read 100 Years Quest. You will love it. But I feel like in terms of Shibai, I feel like it's something similar here. Or hell, maybe not just Shibai, but like other Otsutsuki as well, where they will eventually take over the clones. And the self-awareness thing in terms of the clones is very similar to what we saw in Aono Exorcist with the vessels for Aono Exorcist. And hell, you can make the argument it's similar to what we found out about Percival to an extent in terms of self-awareness. That I'm spoiling 4 nights of the apocalypse, probably. Yeah, I got to for this. Because in the case of Percival, Percival found out he was originally going to be a vessel for Ironside's real son, Diodora. And the thing is, because he ultimately gained self awareness and became his own person. Yeah, that didn't work, and it made it so that it was impossible to, actually do the ritual. So I'm wondering if it's something like this, like a combination of like 100 Years Quest meets Anno Exorcist with the Demon Lord's vessels, and even 4 Nights of the yeah, and what was the other one I was saying? Oh, and 100, yeah, it was a combination of 100 Years Quest with Viernus being a concept, Anno Exorcist like with the the Demon Lord clones meets what we saw with Percival and how he became a vessel. That's what it seems like we could be seeing here, where Shibai gets resurrected into a vessel. I could see Amato being behind that, actually. I could, because remember what Amato said he wanted to do was revive his daughter. So we could have a situation here where Amato does a similar ritual that we saw in 4 Nights of the Apocalypse, and hell, even Aono Exorcist to an extent, to revive his daughter by bringing Shibai into a vessel and then having Shibai bringing Amato's daughter's soul and putting it into another vessel. I hope that makes sense, because that's what I feel like is good to go down, especially since we haven't seen Amato yet. There's something else going on. There is. And hell, you can make the argument that Kashin Koji has gained self-awareness as well. He's not that easy to control. He can't be controlled anymore. Nah. Delta kind of had some self-awareness as well, but now she's like straight up obedient. So it's a little different for Delta. But I'm glad Kashin Koji is alive. I'm so happy he is. Yeah, let me get to Kashin Koji and in a second. I do want to mention this one other thing that was said that someone brought up in regards to like near the end of the chapter. So basically, Boruto panicked and still didn't use karma, and Momoshiki certainly that has to mean Momoshiki certainly did something that traumatized him in the past, probably during the time skip arc. Ooh, if it involves possible or involves Momoshiki controlling Boruto and hell, maybe even he was responsible for the whole thing with Sasuke turning into a tree. I could see that. But also, speaking of vessels, I wonder if Shibai's got to have the power to separate Momoshiki from Boruto's soul. Yeah. And then Momoshiki would get his own vessel via one of the clones. I could definitely see that. I feel like the previous Otsutsuki, if Shibai comes back, then obviously Momoshiki will probably have his own vessel and be transferred into his own vessel. And then there's Kaguya. Kaguya would be able to get her own vessel as well, I believe. I'm telling you, Kaguya is coming back because she embedded herself she's sealed inside the 10-tail. She's got to come back at this point. It's only a matter of time before she comes back. If she comes back at like chapter 100, I would not mind that. Because you got to have something epic for chapter 100. But anyways, and people are saying that for sure that, Boruto, especially confirming that Kashin Koji is there, that Boruto can use Sage Mode. And God, he's got to be able to use like all Jiraiya's moves at this point. It's probably giving oh God, it's if it's anything like how Jiraiya trained Minato, which I wouldn't be surprised about, or how even Naruto, again, I wouldn't be surprised about it. So Liam said, wouldn't be shocked if we saw Kaguya back in some form or another. Based on the fact with the Black Zetsu that she created using her will to fuse with the Ten Tails, essentially, she's got to come back. There's no way she doesn't come back, especially since the Ten Tails are turning into. I'm telling you, one of those Shinju is going to be her vessel. That's why I'm like, yeah, I could see Shibai coming back via a vessel because that's what they're trying to do in 100 Years Quest with Viernus is trying to create a vessel to get his, revive him technically, essentially, and then kill him once and for all or seal him. So that's why I'm like, yeah, I feel like that's going to be the case here. But if that's the case, hold up. If that's the case, though, I don't think Ishiki could come back, though. There's no way Ishiki can come back because remember, he was completely killed. Whereas Kaguya is sealed. She is technically still alive. That's why I'm like, yeah, Kaguya can come back. But there's if Ishiki comes back, I will be very pissed because there's no way he can at this point. No way. But yeah, and just thinking about it even more, remember what Kara, especially Shiki, was doing. He was trying to find the right vessel. And you have to wonder if like, for example, Boruto or Kawaki used their karma and infused it into the Ten Tails, if they wouldn't be weaker. Because remember, Ko don't have no karma. He has, remember, his hand is white. He has the white, not the black. So, that could also explain why. Again, that could explain why it's weaker. And hell, remember what the goal was with Boruto and Kawaki are technically vessels, and this just kind of changes the game where you have the Shinju being the vessels instead. This is going to be very interesting. I can't wait to see what Kishimoto going to do with this. I really can't wait for this. But yeah, so now let's get to Kashin Koji here. Someone said here, and I totally agree with this, because Kashin Koji, what someone was saying, is going to get killed by one of the four new Shinju, kind of just like Jiraiya was killed by the sixth passive pain. And remember Ishiki's speech about fate to Kashin Koji. His fate is linked with Jiraiya, and he'll die the same way. Yeah. As soon as I saw it, I'm like, yeah, Kashin Koji is going to die. Whether it be at the hands of these four Shinju or a different Shinju, God, this is why I want Jiraiya to be resurrected as a Shinju. Imagine Kashin Koji getting killed by a Jiraiya Shinju. That would be a twist. Ooh, that would be a twist. Damn, that sucks that Kashin Koji gonna die, but God, I'd give anything to see Kashin Koji go up against Jiraiya Shinju. Dude, if Naruto, that's another thing too. If Naruto is back by then, ooh, that would be so sickening. Because first of all, you'd have Boruto dealing with the whole thing that he has to fight a Jiraiya Shinju, and I hope Naruto comes back before Sasuke is safe. Oh, there's also, because remember the Ten Tails can I believe the Ten Tails if they have the memories, yeah, they should be, especially the Sasuke one has the power, probably will have the power of space-time travel jutsu. So if that's the case, you have to wonder if he will be able to get into the dimension where Hinata and Naruto are. I wonder if Sasuke will be the one to. Oh, if the Sasuke Shinju is the one to free Naruto, and we get a Naruto versus Sasuke Shinju. Oh my god! Oh, I can see that. I can see Naruto getting out of the dimension either by Kawaki. Well, obviously Kawaki could do that, but I honestly think it's going to be the Sasuke Shinju that does it. That would, to me, would make the most sense. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you guys think that the Sasuke Shinju is going to be the one to get Naruto out of the dimension, and there's the strong chance that there's going to be a Naruto versus Shinju Sasuke fight. I know it'd be fan service. I know it'd be guilty pleasure fan service for that to happen, but if Kawaki is going to be a little dick and not do it, the only one I could see doing it is the Sasuke Shinju. The only one I could see doing that. But then, of course, as I said earlier, we got the possibility of the Sasuke versus Sarda. Oh my god, there's so much that could be done with that. And I mentioned it earlier, her finding out the truth about Sasuke. That is probably going to happen. She'll probably find out the truth about Sasuke. And ooh. I wonder what Sarda is going to do if that's the case. For me, based on, and I feel like this is why we're seeing Sarda being based as hell, and being a boss bitch like this, is because I think it's kind of setting up for her confrontation with Sasuke Shinju. Hell, even back at the end of Next Generations, you could make the argument that it was kind of setting up for that. So something else here that someone pointed out, because I guess people are getting confused. Kashin Koji is not saying, this was like near the end, obviously, when he was talking to Boruto. Actually, let's read that part first, and then we'll get into that. Damn, that fight was so sick. And yeah, and let's be real, everyone knew that was good. That was a Sasuke clone when we saw the face. But goddamn, I feel like Madara and Obito are going to come back in some form. Yeah, Jiraiya and Boruto. But yeah, God, I really want to see Kashin Koji. It's gonna be suck because I like Kashin Koji. I think he's gonna get killed by the hands of if the power is the way I think it's gonna be. I think he's gonna get killed by Jiraiya. By Jiraiya Shinju. I just got this feeling in the pit of my stomach that that's gonna be the case. But God, again, the question will be, well, oh, you know what? If that happens and like this is when Kashin Koji's on the verge of death, I feel like that would be the time where Naruto finds out that Kashin Koji is Jiraiya, a Jiraiya clone. All right, see you in Discord, Liam. Also, follow if you want to talk even more about like various series, or hell, even random stuff. Join my Discord. It's in the description box below. See, where is it? Here it is. Let me read the line here. And this is, here we go. First, of course, we see the tree, but this, oh yeah, I forgot to mention the Otsutsuki Boruto. But I know Boruto bothered by that, but bro, you're an Otsutsuki at this point. Yeah, Momoshiki can't completely take over your body, but bruh, you're after you were killed by Kawaki, yeah, Momoshiki made you like a full Otsutsuki. I'm just saying. Let's see. Here it is. You were lucky, Otsutsuki Boruto. Our ego has just awakened. The curiosity and desire for knowledge flowing out is still surpassing our instincts of eating you. They're gonna try. Eventually they'll try. But I feel like because of their curiosity, I think that they're going this again. This is why they're going to Kaguya is going to get revived, is because they're going to try and find Kaguya, and find where she's at, and try and get some answers out of her or something. Again, I feel like the Sasuke Shinju, or not Sasuke. I feel like if there's a Jiraiya Shinju, woo. Here it is. Flee wherever you like, wherever you are in this world. You can't get away from your destiny. Basically, the destiny of getting eaten. Dude, Boruto is kind of eaten, or almost eaten by Momoshiki to an extent. He can't anymore, though, thanks to, again, the death. But, nah, if Boruto gets eaten, or they attempt to eat Boruto, Momoshiki gonna come out and fuck them up. Let's be real. Now let's get to the Kashin Koji stuff here. I'm sorry. And yes, I love that we got the panel with the Sasuke headband that Boruto's holding. I feel so bad. This really stinks. You want to instantly destroy this planet? Don't push yourself like that ever again. That's what as I said, that's what Kashin Koji means, is when he says this, is he's saying that basically if he got caught if he got caught, or hell, even killed, the Shinju would be unstoppable and destroy the planet. So yeah, there is and also not just caught / killed, basically get eaten. But people, for some reason, are thinking that Kashin Koji is just as determining how strong Boruto is. Nah, we already know Boruto is strong. He's in base form, and he can use Sage mode. I don't know if I would say it's mastered. I don't think it's mastered yet. Well, if it is, and also, as I said earlier, Boruto did not use karma in this fight. In this fight, I wonder if it could be because if he uses karma, Momoshiki will come out. There is that, and that's probably I gotta wonder if during this time skip they somehow managed to seal Momoshiki or not. And if Boruto uses karma, Momoshiki will come out. Yeah, it's true. He doesn't want to depend on his karma. Nah, I agree. I agree with that, Nero. That Boruto doesn't want to rely on his karma. Kind of, Kawaki is somewhat relying on it, not as much as he used to, but because Boruto wants to be a shinobi. He don't want to give in to the karma. Nah. But man, I can't wait to see Boruto Sage mode. Oh, I can't. But the other thing, going back to the Shinju for a second, if the Shinju managed to revive Kurama, because remember, Kurama is in a different realm as well. He's in a spiritual realm, if I remember correctly. Dude. Yeah, Kawaki relies on his Otsutsuki's powers a lot, and Boruto is the opposite. Yeah, but man, if I'm, God, I kind of hope I'm right, because Kishimoto loves Kurama that much. If Kurama gets revived and he gets a Shinju vessel, ooh, now that would be a twist. If no, dude, imagine if Kurama gets a Shinju vessel, right? And Naruto has to fight him. Yeah. Nah, Kurama said he's gonna be he's going dormant for a long time or something like that. It's going to be like at least 1,000 years. But you have the same thing with Shibai though. Shibai is like in a different realm as well. And Shibai is going to come out. He's coming. He is freaking coming. Part of me is like wondering if the curiosity and the ego and the self-awareness shit is not only involves Kaguya, but also includes Shibai in this. And woo, if Amato becomes a Shinju, woo. But nah, I just feel like that this is in terms of Amato, I just feel like this is kind of like what we saw with Ironside and Deodora in Four Nights of the Apocalypse. It just would make sense. Or hell, even you can make the argument 10 tails, but no, I think because as I said earlier, Amato wants to bring his daughter back to life. And Shibai's probably the only one that could bring, well, not only just bring, find her soul and give her a vessel. Oh, Karama said that his energy will just disappear and the being dormant part doesn't apply here. Okay, thanks for clearing that up, Narrow. So, yeah, and as I said earlier, I think it's kind of the same thing with Ishiki in a way. Ishiki's not coming back. Nah, Kaguya, yeah, it's been made clear. Let's see, what was I saying? Kaguya, it's been made clear she's coming back. Momoshiki there's a chance Momoshiki could come back. Because Shibai is just OP as hell. Shibai could probably do it if anyone can. Is Shibai? Oh, how long have I been live? I've been live for 47 minutes now. So yeah, I've been live for almost an hour. But I'm very curious. I'm very curious what you guys think in regards to that. Oh, the Shinju that flies has Ishiki's energy? Yeah, I was thinking that. Oh, yeah, I was thinking that too. That he was given Jigen, but I still don't think Jigen. There's no way Jigen's gonna get resurrected. I just don't see it. I just don't see it. I feel like, yeah, to me it just feels like it's gonna be well, hell, even if there's divine, if there's other Otsutsuki that ascended, which as far as we know, that's not the case, but just saying a what if situation here. If there are other Otsutsuki that did ascend and reached enlightenment and are with Shibai, they could be coming back and getting a vessel. I just don't see it with Ishiki though. Because remember what happened? He disintegrated, man. He did. But if there is that possibility, Code is going to find a way. Code will try and find a way because he worshipped Ishiki. There's also there's also the thing with the Black Zetsu though, because this is what it says here that I have, is that before she was sealed, that she used her will. Where is it? I have it here. Hold on. Yeah, she combined with the God Tree to become the Ten Tails itself and created the Black Zetsu from her will prior to her sealing in order to facilitate her revival. That's why I'm like, yeah, it just makes sense for Kaguya to be not like fully resurrected in her old body. No. I'm saying she's gonna take over one of the vessels or one of the Shinju. I just don't see it any other. I just don't see that any other way of happening. If the Black Zetsu was not involved, I would be like, okay, Kaguya is gone, she's dead. But no, the Black Zetsu though really changes it. But the other thing, and I mentioned it earlier, the other thing I'm curious about is if because in the anime, ooh, what is Code's role now? He said a weight has been lifted from his shoulders, like he feels fulfilled that Shiki asked him. Now I think they may. Ooh, now I think they may work together with Boruto at some point. You think? I don't know if Code's well. If it backfires on him, maybe. But I think what Code means is that because the Otsutsuki or the Shinju have awareness now, and or have an ego, and they can think on their own. Well, I think what they're gonna do. I think what he means is that now I don't have to do shit. They could do it without me. But will Code work with Boruto at some point? That that's hard to say though, man. But that weightless, I wonder. No, there was something about where was it? That was said that was said to Code about reaching enlightenment. Again, I have to wonder if that is actually foreshadowing the coming of Shiba as well. There's something that Code knows that we don't. But Code obviously escalated it, but there's something. Let's see. Let me get to Code here in the manga and see if you can find anything. That's it. This is after he escapes. Part of me thinks like one of the things that could have been lifted off his shoulders or the burden could be like Sasuke being gone. Yeah, here it is. Even if I don't do anything, they're on their own. They on their own are trying to be a complete Shinju by eating you. Yeah, he doesn't need to do shit. This is out of the blue, but feels like one of the burdens on my shoulders is gone. Yeah, it's got to be referring to getting Boruto and probably getting Kawaki too, if you think about it. Well, I know they sound like they were working with each other. It was a temporary truce because he didn't know what the Shinju were. He was trying to get an idea of what the Shinju were. I feel like Code would get along with like Boruto, Mitsuki, and maybe even Kawaki. You know what? If Code is gonna work with anyone, I feel like it's gonna be Kawaki. Just something tells me that Code could be working with Kawaki. And then hopefully Kawaki is smart enough to realize that Code's probably fucking with him. But yeah, I feel like Code and Kawaki are going to work together to try and get rid of Boruto or something. But Momoshiki ain't going to allow that shit though. That's the other problem. But yeah, I feel like the only one that's going to be able to get rid of or to separate Momoshiki from Boruto and put him in another vessel, it's gonna be Shiba, or hell, even have Momoshiki reach enlightenment, like make a deal where Momoshiki can reach enlightenment if he joins him. But hi, Dark Light Images. Oh, new subscriber. Dude, I'm telling you, go read Boruto. It is just Kishimoto is just cooking, man. Like right before it was right before chapter 11 came out, I believe. Yeah, so like 5 days before the 11th chapter of Boruto came out, I read all of Naruto and all 11 chapters of Boruto. It's that good. But yeah, Kawaki is pushing everyone away and he won't let anyone work with him. Yeah, that is true. But if Code does, tell him about the Otsutsuki or tell him about the Shinju, then you could have that. But I feel like Code would lead Kawaki into a trap, kind of like. But the thing is with Kawaki and Boruto, though, they aren't that stupid, but they could be smart enough to be like, okay, I'm gonna find out what's going on here, and then I'll take care of Code. But if Code, I don't. Part of me is like thinking, is could Code be the key to destroying the Shinju? Well, they needed Code's jutsu for that, but to gain ego and awareness. But I feel like Code dying could solve the problem, but well, obviously Code dying probably will solve the problem, but they gotta destroy the trees. Oh, about Boruto learning the flying Raijin, and some Naruto fans don't like it because they wanted Naruto to learn it. Well, some people are saying that because Boruto is a prodigy, that's why he was able to learn it. But I feel like because it's more so because Momoshiki is inside of Boruto, and that's why he was able to learn the flying Raijin faster. I feel like it was a combination of like Kashin Koji and Momoshiki helping Boruto learn that. But Boruto, he did say he hasn't mastered it, but he's not as good as Minato at it. But oh, you know what? I just realized in regards to Code, I feel like once the Code's gonna wait and bide his time until the Ten Tails comes together, and when that happens, then then Code could fulfill what Ishiki wanted, which was to eat the fruit and become a full-on Otsutsuki. That's what I think is gonna go down. But man, Naruto fans are being dumb about that because yeah, Kurama is powerful, but man, Momoshiki though, oof. Boruto learning flying Raijin wasn't really needed because his speed was already absurd because of Kurama. So let me read this again. Naruto learning flying Raijin wasn't really needed because his speed was already absurd because of Kurama. So Boruto learning it isn't so bad. I agree with that. I do. I don't. And again, as I said, he has Momoshiki up in there. I don't know. Naruto fans have been like very fickle when it comes to Boruto. Like not all of them, but I think it's like more of a vocal minority that's like this. It's so stupid. So stupid that they keep attacking Boruto. It's like, dude, I know they just haven't read the manga, and some of them are just getting it from the anime. But it's like, dude, come on. Just read the freaking manga. Read the goddamn manga. You said, yeah, he's been as good just out of being self-depreciating, and he tends to do that specifically when compared to people he thinks of highly of. Yeah, I agree. I do agree with that, and I do agree with Nero that Boruto in base form right now is faster than Naruto with Kurama. I agree with that. That is true. But then again, you got like Momoshiki up in there, though, man. I feel like I don't know. Would you guys say Momoshiki is more powerful than Kurama? But also, you do have the combination of Sasuke and Kashin Koji there, and if Kashin Koji does have Jiraiya's memories, let's see, where's the other thing here? I'm gonna look at the Viz localization for a second and see what code says here. If it says the same thing. I fucking hate that Viz is calling the Shinju Divine Trees. Stop calling it Divine Trees, damn it. Ooh. God, I love this combat art, man. For real. Like, Ikamoto's just been cooking with this art. Where is it? But something that Boruto did mention though is that the Shinju are going to kill um Code as well. Yeah, Momoshiki is not affecting Boruto's power right now because Boruto is not depending on him or his Otsutsuki DNA. He's using what he naturally has. Yeah, but you have to wonder if he gets into a desperate situation where he needs to use his karma. Will Momoshiki come out? I feel like part of me is feeling like Boruto during his training with Kashin Koji specifically more than Sasuke. Kashin Koji helped Boruto like semi-seal Momoshiki. I feel like that could be the case, and that's why there's more. Obviously, Kashin Koji is Jiraiya's clone, so yeah, Jiraiya taught Minato and Boruto. Yeah, absolutely, because Baryon was needed to, in regards to Momoshiki being more powerful. Because Baryon was needed to beat Ishiki, and Momoshiki seems to be stronger than Ishiki. Yeah, yeah, I agree with that. And also, there's this that versus. Oh, is Ishiki's? Ooh, Ishiki's stronger than Momoshiki? Hmm. Well, Ishiki, keep in mind in regards to Jigen wasn't compatible with Ishiki and he was strong as hell. So if Ishiki was in a compatible vessel like with Kawaki, woo, I would say then I could definitely say, yeah, he's stronger than like say Momoshiki and stronger and obviously way stronger than Kurama. Here, okay, now let me get to what Code said here. Even if I don't do anything, they are on their own. And they on their own are trying. Or I'm looking at the wrong one. I'm sorry. It seems like they'll devour you on their own to become a full divine tree without me doing anything. It's an unforeseen development. It works for me. Yeah, I feel like a load is off my shoulders. Yeah, yeah. The load that's off his shoulders, as I said, is got to be the orders Ishiki gave him. Ooh, okay. So Ishiki slash Jigen is stronger than Momoshiki, and Momoshiki is stronger than Kaguya. Yeah. Well, all of them are stronger than Kaguya. Let's be real. All of them are stronger than Kaguya. But man, that. Ooh, but there's an interesting thought as well. If Kaguya is able to be resurrected, like if she's resurrected by Shibai or the other Shinju, and was put into a vessel, who do you think she would go into in terms of Shinju? Not including the obvious Shinju that are here right now, because it seems like there's obviously more Shinju. Let's see. I really hate that Viz used instinctual drive instead of instincts. Like, come on. Ooh. Dude, wouldn't that be a twist of like say Himawari or I don't think there's no way in hell it's gonna be Sarada. Nah. The only actually the way it could be Sarada actually is after Sasuke dropping the bomb and revealing everything um about what happened in the past, and that would with Sarada it would be she would be off guard and then she'd be changed she'd be trapped in a tree. Ooh, that I could definitely see. And then you could, oh, that would be so sick. Himawari may have a Kaguya connection. I feel like if it was gonna be Himawari, it would it would happen to like just fuck with Boruto, which I could totally see happening. But man, I could also see Kaguya taking on taking Sarada as a vessel, as like her Shinju as a vessel, and I would love to see. Remember in Sailor Moon when Chibiusa was turned into Wicked Lady? I feel like that would be the case with Sarada. If she gets possessed by Kaguya, she would transform into like a full woman. And I know Sarada is a teenager. She is a girl, but like I'm talking about fully grown woman. Ooh, dude, there's also Hinata as well. Oh, dude, the only reason why I could see Kaguya possessing Hinata is absolutely to fuck with Naruto. Oh, oh, Himawari could be as well, and I could see Himawari be used. Himawari would be maybe even better for her to take as a vessel, and then again we have like a Wicked Lady situation, Chibiusa Wicked Lady situation, and doing that to spite Naruto. I like that. Ooh, have you noticed that Kawaki is still not having the mentality of Shinobi age is over, like in chapter 1? Right now, he's still willing to work with them. This means something big is coming. Yeah, because Kawaki realized that he's got to use because he doesn't have the same abilities as Boruto. He's got to use what he could get. He's just using them. That's why it's a temporary thing, obviously. But the other thing that's in terms of like Shibai taking a vessel, if you have the Shinju, obviously, you have also the possibility of Shibai using Code as a vessel. There's that chance, but I don't think that's going to be the case because of his white karma. Ooh, this is an interesting one from Nero. To me, the Blue Vortex title refers to Boruto and Himawari. Ooh, I was thinking it was going to be like Boruto and Kawaki, but if it's Himawari, I think it would make more sense because especially if Kaguya uses Himawari as a vessel, then it would definitely make sense because both of them would have Otsutsuki. That would definitely make a lot of sense. So yeah, and obviously, as I said, Kaguya would do it to spite Naruto. This would be revenge. Revenge on Naruto if she did that. Ooh, I would love to see it. I'd love to see Kaguya do something that sneaky. But then there's the question, who's gonna be the one to turn Himawari into the tree though? Ooh, they both have blue eyes and such, and she'll have a lot of importance. Yeah, that's true. That is true in regards to Boruto and Himawari. That's why I'm like, Himawari has an interesting role because you have Himawari probably going to be the first one to out of everyone that was affected by Ida's omnipotence to recognize what's happening. Then you have the other thing too that I just realized. Remember, Damon was scared of Himawari. Wonder if he knows. There's something. I'm telling you, this could that actually could be connected to Kaguya as well. But Himawari definitely has an importance here, especially in terms of power. Unless Damon was just thirsty. I do ship them, but still, I feel like Damon saw like a hidden power inside of Himawari or something. There is that. I know. I can't realize. I can't wait to realize. Or can't wait to see when Mitsuki realizes that. Overcomes the omnipotence. Oh, I can't wait for that. That is going to be amazing. Oh, Damon was just surprised, not scared. Yeah, that's the thirst. um, there's also the other thing that I just, that is bugging me in terms of a vessel. That remember what Amato was saying about, like, not just about, obviously we have Kawaki, we have Ida and Damon. Their karma was especially like Ida and Damon specifically, it was all crafted from or they originated from Shibai. Ooh, that's true. The Blue Vortex could relate to the spinning techniques they would both have. And Boruto has Rasengan, and Himawari could have the 8 trigram grams palms revolving heaven. Ooh, that would, you know what? Now that I think about it, remember the one shot that Kishimoto did about Minato and how Minato and Jiraiya developed the Rasengan? I could see that, like, being related to that. Hmm. Oh, Damon X Hinamari or Inojin X. Nah, it's Damon X Hinamari for me. Or Himawari. What is it? Himawari. I can't fucking talk right now. Himawari for me. I really do like that ship a lot. They're so freaking cute. I mean, but Ida's got to play a role in this. I mean, thinking about Ida, remember Amato said that Ida, obviously we already know about the Omnipones, but I think no, it was Momoshiki that said it. Momoshiki was saying that that Ida was hiding something. She knows. Yeah, the one shot was for sure Kishimoto hinting at Boruto. So, dude, I'm telling you, we're gonna see Kashin Koji fight Jiraiya, and when Kashin Koji is on the verge of death, then that's when Naruto's gonna find out that Kashin Koji was a clone of Jiraiya. I am calling that shit, especially after Ida will end up liking Boruto more and will side with him, and that's when Kawaki may kill. Ooh, that's an interesting one. That Ida will end up liking Boruto more and will side with him, and that's when Kawaki may kill her. If Kawaki does kill her, though, and this is like, of course, after. Dude, if she like possesses Ida, I would freaking live, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Because, like, if Ida or Damon died, because they have their powers are based off Shibai could easily take over them. But Damon's not going to go down that easily. Nah, no way. Damon won't go down that easily. I don't think Ida will either. But Ida knows Momoshiki said that Ida was hiding something. I have to wonder if she was hiding the fact that she knew about the Shinju. That could be something too. Dude, if anyone was going to know what was going down with the Shinju, especially like beforehand, it would be Ida. Yeah, that's true. At that point, if Ida sides with Boruto and sides with him, then Kawaki will have no use for her and try and kill her. Ooh, that's another one who Kaguya could be a vessel for Kaguya is Ida. That is another one, especially since Amato did use Shibai's power, to create her and Damon stuff. That's why I'm like, Kaguya would be totally down for that. But just the Himawari shit, man, just to do it to spite Naruto just makes sense for my fantasy, man. It just works. Oh god, I'd love to see it. But it's just very interesting. Kawaki will gain a lot of power somehow, and he'll end up killing Damon since he can't stand. But because Kawaki, remember, Kawaki's a full-on Otsutsuki. as well as Boruto, and he is like a prime vessel as well. That's why I'm like I could kind of see Code like leading him to a Ten Tails, or who would he who which Shinju would get him. Dude, if Kawaki ends up being the vessel for Shibai, that would be very interesting too. Ooh, if Kawaki, here's another thought too. If Kawaki gets eaten by the Shinju, then it would make even more sense for Shibai to be revived. It would make so much sense, and then especially if you also have Kaguya there with her black Zetsu. Woo! But he's got to gain like some divine power or something. Because I feel like Kawaki and Boruto are the keys to well, it's obviously to take out the Shinju, but for Shibai's revive, I'm telling you, Shibai's gonna be revived, and it's either gonna be Code after he eats like the divine fruit, or it's going to be Kawaki because he would be more compatible. Or hell, maybe even Boruto. It's not gonna be Boruto. Boruto already has someone up in there. But I do want to point this out, and I did say this as well earlier, is that thanks for coming, Darklight. Let's see, where is it? Ooh, the Kawaki problem will get resolved in the middle of the story or something like that. I feel like Endgame will be Boruto and Himawari and Kawaki versus Shibai. I feel like the question is before Shibai revives, dude, if Shibai takes Sasuke as a vessel, dude, if he takes Sasuke as his Shinju vessel, oh my god, I would so live. Imagine if that happened, if Shibai took the Sasuke Shinju as a vessel. But yeah, I agree. That's Endgame is probably going to be Boruto, Himawari, and Kawaki versus Shibai. Especially if if something similar happens to Himawari, like we saw with the Shiki and Kawaki, and they are able to drive Kaguya out of Himawari, and she still has like the Otsutsuki power or whatever. Yeah. But there's also one other thing with Kaguya though. Momoshiki hates Kaguya, remember? So it will be if Kaguya takes over Himawari and you have to have Boruto versus Himawari as well. Ooh, like Kaguya could be thinking, yeah, they're gonna kill each other, and I will fucking get my revenge on Naruto. There was something um about Kaguya that was very interesting. Oh, hold on. There's another Otsutsuki here that could be used, but like, I don't know if they're long. I think they might. Yeah, they're long gone now, or they're dead. But I mean, with Kaguya sealed herself, so that's why. But like, what if we also get Kinshiki Otsutsuki back as well? I mean, that is a possibility as well. I kind of would like to see that, but I don't know. Oh, there's Tanari. What could Tanari's role be? There's also Amato's role and everything to boot that we got to remember as well. Let's see. I think there was something else here that I did want to mention. Yeah, yeah. This is the one I wanted to see though, because there was something here that is very, very significant here. Yeah, it says here. Here's something about Kaguya. I do have to mention that this during the Endless War, and this is of course after she had her kids Hagoromo and Hamura. That's when she consumed, the fruit from the God tree and became the first wielder of chakra on Earth. And then, of course, merging with the tree's tailed beast form in a battle against her children. That's again, this is why I'm like, dude, this could be Hinata getting possessed. This could be Himawari getting possessed by Kaguya. There is that. And here's the other thing, though, in terms of the chakra. Remember who Shibai? Shibai, like if it wasn't for Shibai, Jutsu wouldn't exist. And then there's the Shinjutsu. There's also the Shinjutsu to boot. So, dude, I'm telling you, Kaguya, dude, this just makes it even more obvious Kaguya is going to come back at some point, for real. The Shinjus may evolve to the point they could be a perfect vessel for Shibai to come. That's what I was thinking too. I was thinking, and that's why I'm like, I would love to see it I'd love to see him possess the Sasuke Shinju. Oh, that would be so amazing. But yeah, I think the Shinjus are going to evolve to the point they could be a perfect vessel for Shibai to come back. Oh, definitely. There's also the possibility where there's that possibility that Shibai does possess code, and that way he and then control the Shinju via code, because it's code's chakra is embedded in them. That's the only way I could see code being compatible to be a vessel for Shibai, is because of his chakra being embedded into the Shinju. But yeah, in terms of the Shinju evolving to the point where they become a perfect vessel to Shibai, yeah, this is the stuff we saw in Ao no Exorcist with the Demon Lords. That there's clone up in what was it, section 13? Yeah, up in there, or they were creating clones for all the Demon Lords to be their vessels. So there is that. And how, while they were they were raised up in the facility, and they did to an extent have an ego of their own as well, and self-awareness of their own. But then of course, like, then you'd have the Demon Lords possess them when they got to a certain point. I'm telling you, Sarda is gonna fight the Sasuke Shinju. But this is an interesting thought, and has to kill him, but in doing so, the real body of Sasuke will also die. Oh! That could happen because it is tied to his life. I feel like it's tied to his life force or his chakra. So there is that. Ooh. But Boruto versus Shibai is, I do. Shibai's just endgame, period. Boruto, I would love to see, like, Boruto and Kawaki fight Shibai as well, but I feel like it's going to be Boruto and Kawaki versus Shibai. Either that, or Shibai is going to take Kawaki, because Kawaki was a vessel for Ishiki, and he is already an Otsutsuki anyway. So Shibai could take possession of Kawaki. And as I said, there could be that chance they take possession of Code, because his chakra is infused with the Shinju. There is that. But I actually remember last month people were saying that Code, and even I said it too, that Code would probably fuse with the Ten Tails. Yeah. Oh, Team 10 probably would fight this. Yeah, I agree with that. I do. But for those of you that missed it, from what we know with the in terms of the Shinju, we know that there's Bug, Sasuke, and the female one is Sogi. So yeah, there's one other. Oh, I say Sogi. I meant Mogi. Thank you. Yeah. So Mogi, I feel like Mogi is going to be maybe similar to dude. If we get Mogi versus Delta, because like the first, now that I'm thinking about it, like she is kind of giving Delta, dude. But yeah, for those of you that did miss this, in terms of Kashin Koji, at some people are saying that at some point Kashin Koji is going to die, and that's because uh, or just like Jiraiya was killed by the six paths of pain because of what Ishiki said about fate to Kashin Koji, and that his fate is linked with Jiraiya, and he'll die the same way. That's what I could kind of see if Sasuke or if any of the Shinju get killed, then their vessels are going to die too. I can see that. Ooh, that's that's true. I did cover Samurai 8 in full. But yeah, Kishimoto is borrowing some of the stuff from Samurai 8. Like the MC dying and ascending to a higher plane. Yeah, that is very very true. Ooh, ooh, Kishimoto being sneaky doing that. Yeah. But yeah, Kashin Koji is gonna die. If what was said was true by one of the or the leader of the Shinju about where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? About what they do that basically that everyone turned into a tree. Basically, there it's chakra. The lives of this planet, the lives that perished that lived on this planet. It sucks in all chakra. The lives we have, we live as Shinju make a chakra fruit. I know. Invincible, like Amato is playing a role in this. And remember what he said. If what he said is true about wanting to bring his daughter back, he's going to be the one to like fully resurrect Shiba. He knows how to resurrect Shiba, and he is working behind the scenes. That's why I'm like, yeah, I could see Ida or Damon being a vessel for Shiba to come in. Obviously, he could have just been rebuilding Kawaki to be Shiba's vessel. There is that as well. Oh, this is a good point. Remember that Boruto said that dying in Konoha doesn't sound bad, but not today, and he'll probably die at some point protecting the village. I think when Boruto dies protecting the village, that will be when he goes into the enlightened realm. But there's also one other thing, though. The only way that Boruto can die is if Momoshiki is removed from him. Because remember, Momoshiki made it to where Boruto really can't die. It's gonna be hard to kill him. Or Boruto is going to die of old age in Konoha Village. There is that too. But man, just that lead freaking Shinju saying that they absorbed the chakra that from the lives that perished that lived on this planet. God, if this means that Madara, as I said, if this means like Madara and Obito come back as Shinju, that would be so amazing. Oh my god, I just would love that shit so much if they came back as Shinju. And how we've seen in other series where previously dead characters are used in for necromancy and shit like that. So that's what I'm like, yeah, I could see that too. Dude, if we have it to where like Madara, Sasuke and Obito's Shinju fight Sarda. Oh, that's thanks for reminding me, Nero. Momoshiki said to Boruto after reviving him that next time he'll stay dead, and that could also be foreshadowing of Boruto's death. It also could be foreshadowing of Momoshiki taking over Boruto's body if he doesn't have, if he's already not in a vessel for the Shinju. I feel like that would make more sense if that's the case. But there's that's the only way I can really see Momoshiki letting Boruto die, because remember, he needs Boruto to survive for right now. But if what the lead Shinju is saying is true, and that it includes the death, woo! If it includes the dead, then we might be seeing some revival. We might be seeing some revivals of death again. As I said earlier, if we see Jiraiya um resurrected as a Shinju, and he fights Kashin Koji and gets killed by the Kashin Koji Shinju, and that's how Naruto finds out the truth that Kashin Koji is Jiraiya's clone. Dude, then you'd have Naruto killing the Jiraiya clone, or Jiraiya Shinju. Oh man. Yeah, there's no way Momoshiki. Yeah, if Momoshiki takes over Boruto's body now, it'd be game over. Momoshiki is using the techniques Boruto learned these years. Oh yeah, Momoshiki. Yeah, Momoshiki using the techniques Boruto learned these past 3 years. He would cause. Dude, remember the other thing though? He said that he don't like the Otsutsuki anyway. He'd be killing the Otsutsuki. He'd be killing the Shinju, and then he'd get this the fruit from the Shinju. But he'd be killing everyone. Dude, I really hope Momoshiki takes over at some point. Kind of like what we've seen with who was it? Like with Andy in Undead Unluck, when Andy was like out of commission and Victor took over. Yeah, I could see that too. Maybe after the switch of Amato and Delta are out is out of the village in search for Boruto uh, and Kawaki for them, obviously, to revive his daughter. That's what I. Well, Amato wasn't affected by omnipotence. He can't be affected by it because he is because that's how he made Ida. He made it so that she can't fuck him over like that, where her powers don't affect him. So, I feel like if anyone is going to be used as a vessel for his daughter, I feel like it would be Himawari or Sarada would probably be it, or Ida about that, or Ida too. Yeah, don't you remember what Ida said? And Amato said that that Ida's abilities don't affect him. He made it so that her abilities won't affect him. The omnipotence affected everyone except for the Otsutsuki and family members, which Amato is her creator. So he didn't do that for Delta, obviously, because Delta fell for her charm. And also Delta, I don't think Amato was prepared to deal with Ida right away. That's what it feels like to me. I'm very curious. Do you got based on what we've seen with Ishiki? I don't think Ishiki. There's no way Ishiki can be brought back. No, no way. But there is. Do we feel like Sumire will end up with Kawaki? She's the only one that tried to be understanding of. I kind of would like to see Sumire with Kawaki, but I also like Ida with Kawaki too. But yeah, I could see Sumire with Kawaki. Dude, I want the chaos. I needs it. If Amado was not affected, Momoshiki would have included his name too. Also, Amado was there with the other people in that panel of chapter 70. I don't think Ishiki will come back. I think the way it's been set up in Naruto, yeah, how it was set up in Naruto, it really feels like Kaguya would be the only one to come back. Ishiki, remember, after the fight with Kawaki and Naruto and Sasuke, his soul was gone. Yeah, Ishiki not coming back. I feel like Kaguya will. That's true. I think it was Shikamaru was saying it, and I think Kawaki was saying it too, that Amado was looking very sus. The ones that are suspicious right now are Ida and Amado. Especially when Ida was looking into the future, or not future, into the past, and I think into the future as well. That's when Momoshiki said, yeah, she lying. She lying about something. In terms of Amado's kid. But Amato, there's more to Amato than we know. We don't know shit about that. But in regards to Kashin, like, is Kashin Koji still acting on Amato's orders? Or did Kashin Koji realize, like, what Amato was trying to do and bailed? I wouldn't be mad if Kaguya doesn't actually come back. No. I wouldn't be mad. Would I be let down by it? Based off it. Well, no shit. Amato's probably going to cook something related to Shibai. He basically said that. He said that's how he developed this. What was it? Ida, Damon, and Kawaki's abilities was using Shibai, like parts of Shibai. Oh, Kitty, you look so cute. What you doing? Yeah, I think if anyone's gonna revive Shibai, it's gonna be Amato, and he will be using the Shinju to do it. But that's an interesting question too. Do you guys think Amato knew this shit was gonna happen with the Shinju, or like hell during the time skip? Do you think Kashin Koji reported to Amato about the Shinju? Because the thing with Amato, and people got to remember this, is Amato developed like all the scientific weaponry, and he was the one that put limiters on code to boot. So it's just very, very suspicious. There's something about the Shinju I wanted to get. Where are you, Shinju? Where are you, Shinju? Here. Do you really think there should be an arc related? I would love to see an arc related to the Otsutsuki family. And I feel like that arc in particular will lead to Shibai's revival, or the it will. Yeah, I feel like that would be the most appropriate thing to do, like an Otsutsuki family arc leading up to like Shibai's revival. Especially since, remember, Momoshiki was the one. Momoshiki told Boruto about the Otsutsuki a while ago. Ooh, that's true too. Amado is not being open with his motives. I feel like reviving his daughter is just an excuse to deflect the attention from his real motives. Dude, if it's because he wants to become the vessel for Shibai, that would be such an interesting twist. Dude, that would be, oh gosh, I could see that too. It'd be fucked up as well. What is this? Why would he want that though? Why would he want to be the vessel for Shibai? I mean, look at what we saw with oh god, who was it? We saw this in God of High School with Mubon. Like Mubon originally said that he didn't want to become a god um and all this shit, and he wanted to kill the gods, and guess what, he merged with the supreme god, and then when the supreme god was going to take over his body, or it started to take over his body, he and I'm still pissed about this. I hate that that Mubong basically said fuck no, came his body came out of like the supreme god's head and basically ate him, and he had the power of the supreme god. Like if Amada, that's why I'm like, I just can't underestimate it when we've seen this a couple of times. One obviously in the God of High School. There was another one too where this happened. God, I can't think of the series off the top of my head. Oh, the final arc or something should be about the Otsutsukis and who the hell well, obviously that's going to probably leading up to the final arc. That's when we're going to get it, because remember the Shinju are very with their egos and self-awareness. They have like a thirst for knowledge and curiosity. I feel like they're going to be the ones to get to the bottom of the Otsutsuki lore and kind of reveal bits and pieces of the Otsutsuki lore before Shibai gets revived. And then when Shibai gets revived, then we'll find out the truth about what went down with Shibai. That's what it feels like to me. But what do you guys think about the Otsutsuki's ultimately being endgame, like compared to what we saw in the past in Naruto? I really like it. I really, and you could make the argument that it was set up during Kaguya's arc that Kishimoto like began setting this up. This was here. Is this here? No. No. There's something I saw about the Shinju that I wanted to use. Here? No. Somewhere else. Well, the other thing is, in terms of the Otsutsuki family lore, is that Momoshiki did kind of spill the tea on that, and how the Otsutsuki like hated Kaguya, and yeah, there is that. I feel like that would make the most sense. Yeah. Where is it? I had the Shinju here somewhere. Where was it? I should have just had that panel or that in another tab flat out open. Hold on a second. This is interesting. So I looked at the meaning of Shinju, and this, well, I was looking for Shinju for Boruto, but this came up. It says here that it's a Japanese term meaning double suicide, used in common parlance to refer to any group suicide of two or more individuals bound by love, typically lovers, parents, and children, and even whole families. I feel like this kind of foreshadows that Sasuke is going to die. If Sarada dies too, whew, I don't think that's going to happen. Dude, for real, Otsutsuki. Dude, the not all Naruto fans, but You know how the Uzumaki clan just vanished with no explanation? What? Ooh, what if it was an Otsutsuki that did it for some reason, who then rewrote history to hide it? Ooh, yeah, because Otsutsukis have a clan. They are a race. Knowing more about them being the villains should be a must. Well, no shit, but yeah, that's interesting though. Because remember, I gotta bring up Kaguya again here, because Kaguya betrayed her clan and then annihilated them after she ate the fruit. So we could have that could too if that was the case with the Uzumaki clan. Woo! Now that would be a twist, especially if you know, and this is how uh like maybe like Jiraiya found Minato or some shit. I mean, hold on a second. I'm trying to make sure I find this. That is not a news article. Oh, god damn it. I had it here. I'm pissed. Where the fuck did it go? Ah, I gotta find it. It's gonna really bother me. Where the hell is it? You, Shinju. Oh yeah, well Shinju's the Gotri. Here it is. Let's see. Dude, Serrata's just putting everyone in their place. I swear. Um, where is it? There was something else here. Here's what it says here in regards to Kaguya and the god tree, that after consuming the fruit of Earth's god tree, chose to settle on the planet and use the power she gained in order to single-handedly rule over the human populations. And then there's she enslaved humanity too, and you can make the argument that the Shinju are going to be like flat enslaved. Ooh, I think everyone forgot, but the moment Teneri is going to come back to the manga, the Jogan Eye would be. Ooh, that's really true. That is true. Hmm. I'm trying to think if that's introduced. I'm trying to think how it would stop the Shinju. Yeah, she talks. Yeah, in regards to Sarada, she talks to Shikamaru however she wants, and also to Kawaki. Dude, she is the Hokage Kanoa needs, because Sarada ain't taking this shit because she knows these, especially like Kawaki is a freaking hypocrite. And let's be real, Shikamaru's treated both Kawaki and Boruto to an extent, especially Kawaki, like shit. Like if Kawaki's gonna be an asshole to Shikamaru, I totally understand it. I do. He deserves it. Shikamaru's gonna die. Dude, Shikamaru's gonna die at some point. He will. I know. There's so many plot points going on in Boruto. We gotta be patient and let Kishi cook. There's mofos that are saying that God, we need this to be weekly. No, you don't want this to be weekly. If you were bitching about art before with Boruto, the quality of the art will go down. And also, you don't want Kishimoto to be burnt out. Ah, dude, seriously, don't do that. Don't. No, it's not gonna happen. I think even bi-weekly would be bi-weekly. You could make the argument that it could be better bi-weekly, but weekly, no. No, be lucky that's not quarterly. Like we're getting with D Grayman and Black Clover. Um, Ooh, Kodamaru is It's not gonna see the light when the manga ends. That's true. But Ikamoto can barely beat. That's true. Ikamoto can rarely beat the monthly schedule. Weekly would get canceled for real. You would get, dude. It would not. You'd have the fandom pissed. I will say this about Boruto's art. It's gotten better, but it's like compared to something like another monthly series, or maybe even bi-weekly series, is Dark Gathering. Dude, Dark Gathering is a freaking masterpiece. That art is just fabulous. Oh my god. Woo! But in terms of like meeting Boruto or the monthly deadlines, something that manga could do use, and I got blackpilled on that by the Kenyan series mangaka Daramion, that that AI is definitely being used in the manga industry, and my Aniplex director insider confirmed that it's been used in the anime industry for a minute. But something that Daramion told me about this past week's chapter of Kengan Omega, because I asked about a couple of panels because I thought they were gorgeous. There was this beautiful, like, microscopic bacteria and virus art, and then there was to show the damage like the virus would cause if it was activated, like this beautiful, like, apocalyptic scene. And I asked him about it, and he said that the like the viral bacterial art was straight up AI, but the other scene, though, like the apocalyptic scene, was hand drawn over AI. And right now, AI, let me be clear, AI is taboo in the manga industry, but I can to help with the mangaka's health, like if it's hand drawn over AI, I wouldn't be so mad. I wouldn't mind it. Especially let me compare it to an anime adaptation, for example. What a manga anime adaptation is for me is the anime is taking the blueprint, which is the manga, and enhancing it and upgrading it. And that's what I feel like it is for for the hand drawn over AI is and kind of AI in terms of the manga industry is that they're using the AI as a blueprint, and in Daramion's case, with the hand drawn, the hand drawing over the AI, he like it made it into a masterpiece. And that's the problem I have with anime, with AI and anime in particular, because it doesn't feel like with manga, you still feel the soul and the essence of the artist. But in anime, it just unless you got the mangaka there, like cracking the whip, it's just nah. Ooh, this is a good one from Nero here. I need Kodamaru to summon Emra, his monkey, and give us that Sarutobi and Emma moment. Yes! Yes! I would love that. Oh my god, that would be freaking amazing. But I want to point this out because this wasn't on the Scampedia. This wasn't translated in the Scampedia version, which is a fan group, or in Viz, because for some reason Viz does not like including opening and concluding text. They obviously, and the other thing was that they don't like including the text on the color spreads either. That pisses me off. The ones that that are more accurate translations, besides the fan scans, and I've been saying it for a while, the Spanish versions that are available on Manga Plus are way more accurate, and I figured out why. Is because they use Medibang for the Spanish versions on Manga Plus. Like, come on, Shueisha, just to have your own localization, just have Medibang do their own localization, English localization of Boruto, and not have Viz's crap on there. Seriously. Ooh, I mean, Ikamoto is honest with it. He has been saying in his interviews that he is happy that Boruto is not weekly because he said he completes his work mostly mostly at the last minute when it's monthly. Dude, Ikamoto's a procrastinator, huh? Yeah. But I'm fine with him taking his time as long as it's not like crunch time. Don't do crunch time. Don't do like last minute cramming. But this is what it says on the color spread here. And this is from another scanlation group that translated it. They didn't on the other one that I used. It says here with Kawaki on it, the accumulated vortex of hatred. Dude, this makes this color spread or this color page even cooler because it does in the background look like kind of like a vortex. Oh God. See, I can't this you suck for not including this. And also the other Scampedia, you guys should have translated the color page too, because it's pretty awesome. I just I swear. Kodansha, I will say this, to be fair, in terms of English localizations, outside of butchering the freaking title for Mato Seihei no Slave, Yen Press's localizations, English localizations are usually pretty accurate. I don't know why the English publishers don't like putting the opening and concluding text. It bothers the hell out of me. But it's the same thing with Kodansha. Kodansha, for the most part, is pretty accurate. And that's because one of my friends is a runs the Scanlation group. It's Project Finland has told me in the past that they did some work for Kodansha. So knowing that Kodansha enlists fan translators, it's better. Dude, I love Ikamoto. I agree. Like, people are hating on Ikamoto's designs and like comparing them to Naruto. It's like, dude, Ikamoto is trying to make Boruto its own entity, whereas Naruto was very like the. I will say this though, I wish like that background art, Ikamoto like took more from Kishimoto in terms of like the background art and like that softness that Naruto has to an extent, and that fluidity that Naruto has. Give me that and I'll be happy. But the thing is though, people don't like that Boruto's mofo. Boruto is just freaking edgy because that's as I said, it separates Boruto from Naruto. You don't want a Naruto clone. You want it to be like its own thing, which I love. I love that Boruto is its own thing like this. And also the fashion is giving. I love the fashion up in Boruto, especially after this time skip. Woo! Oh, I love the fashion after this in Blue Vortex. It is everything. There's some designs that kind of bug me a little bit. Like there's certain things missing from it, but for the most part, I love it. Do I think Boruto manga could run all the way? It depends. I heard that, or Kishimoto and I think Ikamoto said this. You guys could correct me if I'm wrong, but they wanted to do 30 the most like 30 volumes or something like that. But I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't. I think it's gonna end up being more volumes than 30. But do I think it will last to 2030? So we got 12 months times what? Well, you also got to take into account if there's like hiatuses, like a 1 or like a 3-month hiatus or some shit like that. Because if that's the case, then yeah, it could be different. Yeah, Ikamoto said, yeah, I knew it was Ikamoto. Kishimoto said that. No, it's not happening. No, not while Kishimoto's there. If Ikamoto wants to stop and have a different artist take over, that's one thing. But nah, Kishimoto not going to let this end for a while. The only thing that bothers me is that Kishimoto has never spoken about Boruto, and the only times he has talked about it is at the start and the time he took over as the writer. That's very interesting. In terms of like Boruto at the start of Boruto, like I can understand like in between that time frame, like being in he's probably focused on like approving the storyboards or like maybe trying to save the Boruto. No, he's not saving the Boruto anime. Yeah, he does Naruto illustrations every month. Well, that's because that wouldn't be fair to Ikamoto, though. Because as I said, Boruto for the most part, it's its own thing. Especially in terms of the art, that is Ikamoto's art. That is Ikamoto's baby in terms of art. And I feel like if Kishimoto did that, if he did draw Boruto art, then I think it would just it would definitely drive the Western fandom to like try and push Kishimoto out of retirement. Kishimoto don't want to do that. Nah, he don't. He's trying to limit the amount of content he draws. Yeah, I agree. Like Kishimoto is clearly leaving Ikamoto to be the face of the series, and he wants Boruto to be unique and for Ikamoto to be the face. Yeah, exactly. Like I said, it wouldn't be fair to Ikamoto if Kishimoto took away from that by drawing so much Boruto art. And also, well, the only thing though is in terms of the story, that's his writing. Everyone knows Kishimoto is writing it, so it feels like Kishimoto should at least say some things about Boruto, like more like obviously supporting Ikamoto and which he does. Let's be real, but also like I would love to see him like say like praise like how the art is matching the writing, or like at least talk about some of the foreshadowing, some of the stuff that we're getting up in here, especially with some of the content from what I found, like in the anime, and there's like the end credits of Boruto that people are saying foreshadowed some of the stuff we're seeing in Two Blue Vortex, same with the Boruto anime, and I think they said people are saying the Naruto anime as well. But as I said earlier, with what I found for episode 462, that the God Tree is shown to have a will of its own and became the Ten Tails to fight alongside Kaguya, foreshadowing the fact that the Ten Tails and God's Tree are one and the same, with the former being the God Tree's seed. I wouldn't be surprised if he could. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Ikamoto has input in the story, like giving ideas and Kishimoto implementing them in the writing. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised because I feel like I know that's what's going on with Dragon Ball Super with Toyotaro, and I believe it's also happening in I think it's also happening with Mashima and Atsuo for 100 Years Quest. And I think it's also, is it happening with it might be happening with Oshinoko and Renai Daikao as well. It could, I'm not sure about Oshinoko and Renai Daikao. I'm not sure how Akka works with them. But yeah. But yeah, I know this is definitely the case for at least Dragon Ball Super and Boruto. Oh, for sure. I God, I will. And hold on, I'm trying to remember that interview from Akka with about their retirement in Oshinoko, because I feel like Akka said something about what Akka said is basically that they don't want to draw. No, they just want to write. Like after Kaguya-sama Love is War ended. And obviously they're handpicking the artists, and yeah, they're Akka's another thing about Oshinoko for sure. Akka's definitely involved with, and I feel like it is the same thing with Renai Daiko. I would not be surprised. But like the thing that I'm curious about is if similar to what we've seen with Toriyama in recent years, if Kishimoto is taking some of the ideas from the anime that they liked and implementing it into Boruto. Yeah. Well, Minato, in terms of the Minato one shot, that was freaking that was Kishimoto's story to tell. Whereas with Ikamoto, you don't really have You could do something like with Minato, but that was Kishimoto. If the Naruto manga, yeah, Yeah, and it's the same thing with Toriyama with as I said, it's the same thing with Dragon Ball Super with Toriyama and Toyotaro is that they work really closely together. They have been for obviously for a long time now as well. And yeah, there's that's why I'm like, yeah, I agree with that. I do. But yeah, and again, the interesting thing about Dragon Ball Super and Boruto is both Toriyama and Kishimoto returned to take over the writing at like literally the same around the same time. I just thought that was so funny when that happened. It's like, nah, this can't be a coincidence, right? Nah. Was there something else here that I had in here? Let's see. Something I do like in terms of the design. I like that, as I said, that Boruto has Sasuke stuff with him because he sees Sasuke as like a second father or maybe even an uncle at this point. You think Kishimoto has an easier time coming up with the story now? Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think it's that. And the other thing that I've heard, in regards to Samurai 8 is that Kishimoto's editor at the time wasn't really checking and editing, or yeah, aka doing his job to make sure that the story was fine. So Kishimoto just went and had free reign. And here with working with Ikamoto, he has another voice. He has someone that's not a complete yes man. There we go. Not complete yes man like it was for Kishimoto and Samurai 8. So it gives them more time to he has like if Ikamoto has like an opposing view and wants to do something different creatively, then he could powwow with and brainstorm it. That's what I was looking for, the wording I was looking for. They could brainstorm together. There we go. And then with in terms of Naruto, the thing is what I've heard about with Naruto in terms of what Kishimoto has said is that the reason why he's glad it's monthly is because and he realized it when he was doing the one shot is that it was very exhausting and draining. Fun fact, Ikamoto in an interview said that he's a shy and introverted person and mostly matches the stereotypes of manga artists. And that the interview is the only interview he ever did. Ooh, okay. But yeah, I hear from what I've heard, it's the same with Toriyama. Is that Toriyama is very much an introvert, and he has obviously his right hand man. He has Boruto for the manga, or not Boruto. Why did I say Boruto? Toyotaro for the manga, and what's the other one I was thinking? And well, whoever's going to be the head of the Dragon Ball department next, because obviously remember the other one retired, for Dragon Ball. So like, and they're really really close too. He, in terms of Toriyama. So Ikamoto saying that, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if like one of the only people there's probably two people he communicates with the most. One obviously being Kishimoto, and the other one probably being the V Jump editor. I wouldn't be surprised. Wait, did Ikamoto? I know Ikamoto has done at least one interview, but did he? I think he. From what I know, Ikamoto I think Ikamoto did another interview. Now that I think about it, but I think it's that it's a rare thing for Ikamoto to get interviewed. Yeah. Ooh, now I just realized what I wanted to mention too. What do you guys think Momoshiki did that was so traumatizing to Boruto during the time skip? Or do you think the reason why he's not using his karma has something to do with the like with the promise that he made to Sasuke or some shit? Dude, Studio Period can't even get the Naruto special out on time. And also the whole thing with the Bleach Thousand Year Blood War production has been really bad as well. when Boruto comes back for its anime adaptation, they got to have a solid team and they got to be given the time they deserve. And similar to what we saw with the Naruto special, or seeing what we're seeing with the Naruto special. But I said this before, I'm going to say it again here. I swear to God, TV Tokyo, Shueisha, Studio Period. Now that we got the shit with Sasuke here, this is the time where you reveal that there's going to be a movie set in the 3-year time skip. And we really find out what happens. Kind of similar to what we saw with Grudge of Edinburgh for Four Nights of the Apocalypse. And you know what? Now that I think about it, it was announced, the anime was announced around chapters I think it was chapter 79 or chapter 80 for Four Nights of the Apocalypse. And then I'm trying to remember when Grudge of Edinburgh was announced for well, when it came out though, woo, the timing. I think it was, so we're at 128 right now. I think it was before chapter 100 we got Grudge of Edinburgh. I remember like we had Gwen and it was right before, I think it was right before they left. Yeah, I think that's hold on. I actually have the date because I did reviews on it. Let me pull it up and see what date it was. Yeah, it was back in August for the second part, and the first part was back in July of 2023. So that would be, hold on, I have it in front of me. Where are you, Four Nights? So I'm just trying to remember the time. The reason why I'm trying to remember the timing of it, and I know it got announced at Tadam, which was I think it was near the end of last year. Yeah. So it was around like, the reason why I'm bringing that up is because in terms of a movie, I would say this, like around this time would be like the perfect timing, or hell, maybe even for like the 100 chapter would be, if there was a movie anyway, it would be the perfect time to announce a movie. And also, for those of you that don't know, Boruto is a huge moneymaker because of the anime in Japan. It's popular because of the anime, and the manga is not. The manga sells, but don't get me wrong, but it's not like selling as much as say like Blue Lock or I think Four Nights of the Apocalypse sells really well. But yeah, if the timing is right, I would say for when the 100 chapter came out, it'd be perfect. Or like if there's a because when Grudge of Edinburgh came out, there was a connection. We had the timing where obviously this was when I think it was after Lancelot beat Arthur or something like that. I think that's when it was. Might have been a little sooner, or it might have been a little later than that. But the time, I just remember the timing of it was so perfect. And in the because in the chapter, yeah, for the first chapter, which, oh no, we were in the demon realm, right? Hold on, I have to remember real quick because I know with the second part, it was literally around the time Tristan was struggling with his, he was having his identity crisis. So the first part was a month earlier, right? It was a month earlier. Yeah, it was a month earlier. Oh, here it is. No, it wasn't a month earlier. I'm sorry. That was the trailer. Oh, why did I have that confused? Yeah, the first movie came out in December of 23rd, 2022. And I remember around that time, it was, yeah, I think that one was after was around the time that Lancelot beat Arthur, and Tristan was saying that was talking about how powerful Lancelot was. Yeah, that's what it was. Okay, now I remember. I'm still pissed about not having trapped Lancelot, fucking bastards at Netflix. But the demonic awakening that we saw in earlier this year, or yeah, a few months ago, around that time, that's when Tristan was struggling with his identity of being a Nephilim. That's what it was. Okay, I feel better now. But the Grudge of Edinburgh connection, actually, before I forget, we really saw that a few months later. We saw it on March, in March, and it came out December. So 4 months later, a little less than 4 months later, was when we saw the connection to the film, which was really cool. So yeah, I feel better about it. And that was like a chapter 97. Yeah, so yeah, when the trailer came out, it was adapting, it was foreshadowing events that was in chapter 84 and 85. Okay. Now I feel better. I do. I feel a lot better. But anyways, what the point I was trying to make was that if TV Tokyo and Shueisha were smart, similar to what we got with Grudge of Edinburgh, they would do the same thing for Boruto, where it's set in the time skip between in Grudge of Edinburgh, it was between Seven Deadly Sins and Four Nights of the Apocalypse, and here would obviously be the 3-year time skip, and give us like the events, what happened, and have it lead up to Boruto returning to Konoha. And hell, like, we get to see Sasuke transform into a tree too. Damn, I'm so pissed that that TV Tokyo is not, it could, well, there's also the fact that this could be in the works already, we just don't know. But man, maybe we'll get it after, that's why I said a chapter 100 would be fantastic, but maybe like next chapter we'll get a flashback of what happened, and we'll get our first look at the Shinju, because in Grudge of Edinburgh, we got our well, since Seven Deadly Sins anyway, we had our first contact with the powers of chaos since the end of Seven Deadly Sins. So yeah, I'm just thinking that would probably be the best way to go about it. And in it, we would see like Code and Boruto fighting. We'd see the training that went on with Momoshiki and Sasuke, as well as meeting up with Kashin Koji. Hell, we don't know what the fuck happened with Kashin Koji after the escaping from the fight between what was it, between Ishiki and Kashin Koji. Like, there's so much they could do, and similar to Grudge of Edinburgh, Kishimoto would be writing the script. There's no way in hell anyone else but Kishimoto writing the script. But if Studio Period gets the Black Clover movie anime team on this, ooh, seriously, Studio Period, do it. Ooh, what if the next volume of Two Blue Vortex is a flashback, or flashback chapters explaining to us what happened? Here's the thing. I definitely have to point this out, because this was before Four Nights of the Apocalypse came out. We had a story for Lancelot. We had a couple of short extra or not short, they were long, extra chapters. One in regards to Lancelot, and it took place after he got his scar from Tristan, which we did see in Grudge of Edinburgh. I thought that was really nice to see. Where is it? Oh yeah, Lancelot was spirited away and he became the Prince of the Lake. We haven't seen shit about Prince of the Lake yet, and it's over almost 130 chapters into the manga. We're starting to get a little bit more and more information, and I'm hoping we're going to get the Prince of the Lake arc in the second part, which we should. But yeah, that's why I'm like, yeah, I feel like we're not going to get, if we don't, we might get a little bit in the manga, But if it's anything like we saw with Seven Deadly Sins of Four Nights of the Apocalypse, it's gonna be a long ass time before we see it. I will say this about Masaya Honda. He is really nice. I like him a lot. He's really nice to the fans on Twitter. But yeah, I don't think if it's anything like Four Nights of the Apocalypse, we are not going to get flashbacks. No way. No. It will probably be later on. Like, I could see it being like later on in the manga. I just don't see it in the next volume. No. It will be probably, if anything, if we get like a full on flashback, I would think that it would be what I would say maybe like if it's I could see it at chapter 100 or like a little after chapter 100 getting a full on flashback. And I feel like it would be when like would it be when they come when well, I said I would like to see Kage get resurrected at chapter 100. But I feel like Amato's got to show up first as well before anything else. We need to find out what the hell's going on with Amato. Some people want the Boruto anime to come back seasonal, but I don't see it. Yeah, TV Tokyo, there's no if it's like if we get something like Bleach Thousand Year Blood War arc where it is seasonal and they saw how successful it was, fans love it. I feel like because of Bleach Thousand Year Blood War, Boruto might go seasonal for that reason reason alone. That's the only thing I could think of is if in order to go seasonal for Boruto is or actually I should say that reword this. Thanks to Bleach, Thousand Year Blood War, Boruto will probably go seasonal. And let's be real, TV Tokyo makes a lot of money off of Bleach too. They notice that they learned their lesson from Bleach and remember Bleach had all those filler arcs? Yeah, they learned their lesson. They ain't stupid. TV Tokyo knows what the fans want and it isn't filler. Well, it isn't straight up whole filler arcs. There we go. That's the better wording for that. Something I could see happen as well in terms of because Boruto anime makes them a lot of money. I feel like if they do a full-on movie like I would like them to do, they would probably do like an anime adaptation, like a TV adaptation of the movie for the Boruto anime. I could see that. I could totally see that, and basically kind of similar to what well, not completely similar. Yeah, I would say similar to Dragon Ball Super. They for the Dragon Ball Super's adaptation add additional content. I could totally see that. Ooh. So Ikamoto said in an interview that Kakashi was going to have a big role in Boruto, but so far we haven't seen it. Dude, just if Kawaki or not Kawaki, if Kakashi ends up turning into a Shinju, I will fucking lose my mind. Oh, I will lose my freaking mind. Part of me thinks that I would love to see. Again, this would be wonderful to have in a freaking movie form during the time skip. Is if Kakashi met up with them and found out what's really going on, and then went in search of Boruto or not Boruto, of Naruto. I could maybe see that, but dude, Kakashi being a Shinju would be so fucking lit. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'd love to see it. Ooh, Kakashi will be the one to train Sarada? To train Sarada to go up against Sasuke's Shinju? I could see that too. And that's if Sarada does not get turned into a Shinju herself. I'm kind of sad Kakashi isn't training Boruto. Dude, this is why I'm like, if Kakashi trains Boruto, that would be sick. And you'd have like the Holy Trinity in terms of masters in hell. Remember, Kakashi trained Naruto, and Jiraiya trained Naruto, and Jiraiya and Kakashi trained Naruto, and to have like, obviously we have Kashin Koji, who's Jiraiya's clone, but if we have Kakashi there as well, woo! And Kakashi cares about Sasuke a lot, so like him joining to find out what went down with Sasuke, or to help save Sasuke, would make a lot of sense too. The other one that would be we need to see, we freaking need to see, is Orochimaru. I want to see what, I really want to see what Ikamoto is going to, and Kishimoto are going to do with Orochimaru, especially because of what we saw with Tadara in Twin Star Exorcist. Because let's be real, if you read Twin Star Exorcist, and saw Tadara's backstory, you know that Tadara is basically like a more vicious Orochimaru because he ate his family to change. He ate members of his family, and also took over some of I think he took over like a family. Yeah, he took over family members' bodies as well. So yeah, dude, if Orochimaru pulls a Tadara, woo, I would be so stoked. Please have Orochimaru pull a Tadara. Oh, especially with how Tadara went out. Oh my god, it was so badass how he went out. He basically, I have to spoil this. I do. Yeah, Orochimaru gonna sacrifice himself? Yeah, that's exactly literally what happened in Twin Star Exorcist with Tadara. Tadara merged oh god, what's his name? I forgot. He merged with the head of the Exorcist. The current head, because the previous one was killed. And he merged with him, and they were fighting because they're fighting the King of Kagari. And it was after, oh my god, Sakanashi, because that's the one I was thinking of that merged with the god, with Sakanashi and Twin Star Exorcist. So basically, let me get to Sakanashi first and explain what happened with this. So basically, Sakanashi merged with the King of Kagari, and the King of Kagari is powerful as fuck. And he's in a way, he's kind of like an Otsutsuki now that I think about it. And he merged with him, and then after the King of Kagari got weakened, not by much, but he got weakened a little bit, Sakanashi like took over, and now and wielded the power of the King of Kagari as well as his own Kagari power. And oh, dude, if we get something like that for like Amato or Kawaki, dude, I could, especially something like Kawaki, I could see him pulling off a Sakanashi. Oh, for real, I could totally see that. Oh god, dude, I kind of, ooh. If Kawaki merges with Shibai, or Amato merges with Shibai, and we have like either a Mubang or the only reason why I can't see it having like a Mubang or Sakanashi moment is because Mubang, prior to merging with the Supreme God, was already powerful, and it was the same. And now I remember the person's name is Arima. There we go. Jesus Christ. So yeah, Tadara merged with Arima, and like just went the fuck out. It was, and now I can get back to this. So after Sakanashi emerged from the King of Kagari, Tadara sacrificed himself. Like this is after he merged with Arima and freaking came out. Oh god, I think that's his name. Oh god, it's gonna fuck the hell out of me. Ugh. Oh, god. See, my memory is ass, and I cover so many series that like sometimes I'll forget of certain things. Oh god, it's gonna really bug the hell out of me. I want to make sure I'm giving the right name here. Again, go read Twin Star Exorcist. That manga is just everything. And the anime, fuck you, Studio Period. You butchered the anime. The anime adaptation, because goddamn. Sakena, who does watch the manga, because Sakena watches my content too, so. Is this who it is? Yeah, now I remember. It was that Tadara merged with I was right. It's Aramori. Rima was his father. no, something. He merged with Tadara merged with Aramori because he felt like remorse from what he did to his family, and he would rather, you know, merge with this and protect the Tsuchimikado because that's what he's been doing for a long time, and that's what he did. He merged with Aramori, and God, it was badass as fuck. Oh my god. Oh, the transformation was sick. And then after it really wasn't looking good for a minute there, and that was when Sakanashi overcame the King of Kagari. Tyler was like, I'm gonna do my job and protect Yaramori. And went and just his soul left Aramori's body and just like fucked with the King of Kagari. That's what I'm like, dude. I feel like because it says here Orochimaru is going to sacrifice himself to save Mitsuki from a Shinju. I could see it. I could see Orochimaru. And we found out what was going down with Mitsuki and what he was. He is one of Orochimaru's many clones. But yeah, I could see Orochimaru merging with Mitsuki and taking on a Shinju. And dude, if it's a Sasuke Shinju, that would be sick too. Taking down a Shinju and to protect Mitsuki, and this is like on the verge of like Mitsuki of dying. He leaves Mitsuki's body and just goes and fucks up the Shinju. But would it defeat the Shinju? It would. Considering how Tadara is strong, I would say Tadara is stronger than Orochimaru. Considering how long he's been alive and like all the oh, dude, Tadara is so OP and I loved him for it. But yeah, I feel like I don't think even with Orochimaru, depending on the Shinju itself, I don't know if, especially if it's Sasuke, because Sasuke knows a lot about Orochimaru. I think it will fail. What would be? Ooh, the interaction between the Kashin Koji and Jiraiya Shinju would be so sick. Because if the Shinju have all their memories, like it's been implying all their vessels, you know, memories, ooh, it'd be so it'd be amazing. Yeah, I know there's so much potential for the Boruto series, and I just, as I said, like I keep thinking about like what other series have done, and we've seen similar scenarios. Like hell, now I think about it, even with the Shibai shit, you can make the argument that it's similar to what we saw with the King of Kagari, literally with the King of Kagari, Twin Star Exorcist. There's the other possibility that, and speaking of Twin Star Exorcist, we could have something similar where like the Kagari and the Exorcist join forces. We could maybe have that with the Shinju and the Shinobi joining forces, because as they were saying up in there, they said that they were weakened by Code's chakra, and they have self-awareness and ego now. So you could make the argument we could see something like that. And this is like after like the Shinju like meet people, you know, people from their vessel's life. We could see something like that. Man, god damn it, I love Twin Star Exorcist. I love that manga so much. Yeah, I could see it. I could fucking see Orochimaru pulling a Tadara. Can I see a Momoshiki? That's another one too. Can I see like a Momoshiki, pulling a Tadara? I think it will depend. I think it's gonna depend. Like, dude, if it is like if they're fighting Shibai, then yeah, I could see it. Totally see it. Oh, Ninja Kitty's here, and Ninja Kitty is knocking shit over. Stop. Oh, Ninja Kitty, say hi, Ninja Kitties. He's my baby. I love my Ninja Kitty. Wouldn't you guys love to see him in a little, like I said this at the start, and I said it, I think, in my Boruto video, live reaction as well, that I did find little Naruto costumes for the kitty. One being the Akatsuki, and the other one being like a straight up Naruto outfit. And I put it on my Amazon wish list. So if you want to see kitty cosplay, there you go. They want to see you cosplay, kitties. Oh, God. You're fucking right about this cat, I swear. Yeah, he's a good kitty. He's a good ninja kitty. God, I'd love to see you dressed up as Naruto or Sasuke, Kitty. Or Nakatsu. I gotta find the Sasuke costume because I know I saw one. But yeah, somehow, some way we'll get him cosplaying. I also, oh God, I found it. If you go on my Amazon wish list, you'll see it. But the Gojo costume I found for him is just so silly. Oh, Kiki. Oh, Kiki. I was thinking for a sec because I was thinking for a minute that that I could see like Orochimaru merging with the Hokage, but nah, he not merging with Shikamaru. Nah, that ain't happening, right, Keys? That ain't happening. Because Boruto is occupied, you can't merge with him either. But yeah, I'd love to see him merge with Mitsuki. And because similar to like characters like or like we've been finding out with Doc Ock and Spider-Man Octopus Girl and with the clones in Aono Exorcist, we saw in the bonus chapter that he does have a lot of clonage. He knows how to make clones. He'd have a backup plan. Right, kitties. Right, kitties. He's a good boy. But yeah, I could totally see that happening. Kitty can see it too. Can you see it, kitties? See kitties? Oh, he just wants to be scratched. Ow, cat! I gotta clip your claws again. I just did it last week. But what do you guys think, especially with in terms of the Shinju gaining self-awareness, gaining an ego? Do you guys think that we could see something like a Twin Star Exorcist where the Kagari and Exorcist formed an alliance and see that with the Shinju and the Shinobi? I think it's going to depend on which Shinju it is. In my opinion, it will depend. Like if it's Sasuke, I could see Sasuke Shinju doing it. I could. That's the one I could see doing it the most. The one to rebel against the Otsutsuki. Well, yeah, obviously the Otsutsuki. Rebel against the Shinju would be Sasuke's Shinju. And it would probably be after like hurting Sarda or something. Because remember what Sasuke said about doing anything for his daughter. If like he hurts Sarda or another Shinju hurts Sarda or some shit like that, then yeah, I could see it being Sasuke Shinju that rebels. Right, kitties. Kitty knows. My sweet kitty knows. He's a smart kitty. One second, I want to check something. Right, kitty. Are you laying on my lap because you want treats or you hungies? Woof, we've been going on for like two and a half hours now, kitties. We've been going on for a long time. What do you guys think in terms of the Boruto series, especially since we got the stuff with Sasuke? Do you think that that will get something like with Seven Deadly Sins of Four Nights of the Apocalypse? And get like a midquel, like for this would primarily be for the well, obviously it was for the manga readers too, because we know the mysteries of Four Nights of the Apocalypse and all the stuff of Four Nights of the Apocalypse. But it was really to get and I really am kind of pissed with how Grudge of Edinburgh ended. I did not like that we didn't get to see Lancelot transform into Sin and meet with Percival. That really sucks that we did not get that. But do you think we'll get a Boruto movie? Hopefully not in 2 parts. and it will be hopefully animated by the Black Clover team. And it will show, like, it will start after Boruto leaving Konoha with Sasuke, and when Boruto goes after goes into Konoha village in chapter, what was it, chapter 1? Yeah. I think that will probably be that would be the smartest thing for TV Tokyo to do. It's either going to be that, or, well, they might do both, like they did with Dragon Ball Super, and I'm talking about the anime specifically, and what was the other one? And Demon Slayer, because Demon Slayer did it too. Oh, Kitty, you having a hairball now? Jesus Christ, silly kitties. But what are you guys thinking about this chapter? What do you guys think about like the direction Boruto is going in? I'm really excited. Kitty, stop having a hairball. Stop hacking a hairball. Oh, God damn it, cat. And something I do want to point out too, because mofos have been fighting Boruto fans on this, is people are trying, these fucking idiots. Some of them are One Piece fans, and some are some of them are just going along with it because of the meme, but a lot of them just hate Boruto. They keep pulling like the Manga Plus numbers to and try to get Kagurabachi's views up to prove a point that Kagurabachi is better than Boruto and to shit on the Boruto fans. Well, guess what? Boruto 2 Blue Vortex surpassed Kagurabachi by over 100,000 views. Or not over 100,000, I'm sorry. By, what was it, 20,000? I could do math. By 23,000. At least 23,000. And it's at number 4 now. And if the Boruto fans keep on going, because we're only like a little over 40,000 views away from surpassing Chainsaw Man. Ooh, I want to see it. I want to see us Boruto fans do it. Oh my God. If and it might actually happen because of what happened with Sasuke. But if that freaking happens, oh, there's going to be a meltdown from the One Piece fandom and also the Kagurabachi bandwagon tourists that have been attacking Boruto. I love it. I love it. Oh, and I saw this on a Spanish user tweeted this, that on the Spanish version of Manga Plus, Boruto is number 1. We won. We're winning, Boruto fans. We are winning. Yes. I love it. I love it. We're winning. And also, if you want to know like the exact views, like total, because the Manga Plus ones is only for the US. But if you want to know the overall Manga Plus views, you got to go on the app for it. And last month we saw, what was it, 1.4. I think we saw over 1 million views or something like that. Yeah, but those are the global numbers. But yeah, I love the Shinju. I'm glad that we're getting. I really wanted to see Code merge with the Ten Tails, and part of me still feels like because his chakra is connected to the Ten Tails, that will still get it at some point. I feel like if, again, Shibai is either going to be in I feel like it's going to be Code. I do. I feel like Code is going to be the vessel for Shibai. It's either going to be Amato or Code. I feel like it's going to be that. That to me would make the most sense. And normally it wouldn't be Code, but because of his chakra merging with the Shinju, yeah. But goddamn, I really and you know what? You know when Code would become the vessel for Shibai? It would be after, all the pieces of the Shinju come together and like form the tree, or form the fruit or something. Yeah, form the fruit. And then Code eats it, comes to Otsutsuki, and then Shibai takes over him. Or hell, even he could use his chakra to fuse with the Shinju. But he's got to recover first. That's why he's not doing it yet. And plus, basically, you know what? Because Code left, I have to wonder if this and obviously we saw Sasuke. I think this has to confirm that there are even more Shinju out there. I have to wonder if the Shinju went into, like, if they went to the other villages or something. Again, this is why we need a fucking midquel. We need a midquel because then we could get similar to what we saw in Grudge of Edinburgh with Arthur and the powers of chaos. We could get the foreshadowing for the Shinju. It frustrates me. I really want it. I want this movie, damn it. Will it happen? Well, TV Tokyo Smart, it will. But I don't think if a movie gets announced, it will probably be after Naruto stuff is done. There's no way they're going to do it sooner than that. Because Naruto is the 20th anniversary special or 25th anniversary special. That thing is the biggest priority right now to Studio Period. That, and I believe Bleach is too. Yeah. But yeah, I feel like as soon as the Naruto special is done, then there could be an announcement for a midquel movie. But god damn, that midquel movie needs to happen. It does. For the anime only specifically, because they're assholes and are stupid and won't read the manga. I just don't get it. You guys will read subtitles, but you guys won't read manga. It makes no freaking sense to me. Man, we've been at this for 3 hours, Kitty. Oh, we've been at it for 3 hours. Look at Ninja Kitty loves attention. Right, kitties. But what do you guys think of the chapter? What do you guys think of the direction that Boruto is going in? Do you guys think that that we're going to get similar to Four Nights of the Apocalypse? Do you think we're getting a midquel movie? Do you think that in terms of like, do you guys think Shibai is going to take a vessel like with what we've seen in what was it in God of High School or Twin Star Exorcist? I feel like that's going to be the case. But here's the thing, though, and I just realized, remember this from God of High School, there is a prophecy involved here. I feel like there might, I hope that I'm right and that there's a prophecy here, too. I would love to see something like God of High School where there's a prophecy, and then the person who's Shibai's vessel will be the key to, I feel like Code's going to be the key to it. I swear. I feel like, because I know we got the stuff about Code's mark. We have a little bit of lore on that. But wouldn't it be interesting if the reason why it was white is because it was a divine marking. And because of that, Code would only be compatible in terms of vessel-wise, would only be compatible with divine Otsutsuki, like ones that have hit enlightenment, like Shibai. That would be interesting. That I could maybe see. I would love that. I would love for Code's white mark to mean that he can only be possessed by Shibai. He could only be a vessel for Shibai. And remember, like Code said, he wanted to be an Otsutsuki vessel. I think he would. Doesn't he want to be like before? Ishiki said something to him. I think he wanted to be a vessel. I don't think, and I think it's kind of the same thing here. I think Code would rather be a vessel than anything else, and that's why I'm like, yeah. I feel like if anything, especially with his chakra merged with the Ten Tails, I feel like that would just make him like the perfect vessel for Shibai. I feel like the best vessels for Shibai are going to be Kawaki. And if it's Kawaki, then that means Amato was building it up for this, that everything was going according to plan. Ooh. That would be because you would need like for as I said for in terms of Shibai in terms of a vessel you need a straight up vessel, one that doesn't have like an Otsutsuki occupied. And in the case of Kawaki, and this is why they killed Ashiki. Now he's vacant in terms of an Otsutsuki, and basically ripe for Shibai to merge with. And I feel like Sumayer is kind of suspect to this as well. Sumayer knows something going down with Amato too. I think she was questioning Amato because I think she knows there's more to this. But yeah, I feel like that could be the case. I feel like that's going to be it. Like, but the other thing though is I don't think Amato took Code into account because of him not being compatible with Ishiki, or hell, even as a vessel. But man, I feel like he's the, if anyone would be the only one to, oh god, that would be so amazing if Amato's plan was ruined and Shibai was only Shibai could only merge with Code because of his marking. That I could see. I would love Amato's plan to get fucked up if this is the plan, like I think it is, for to have him merge with Code. But the other thing though is you gotta wonder if he took into account of Coach Chakra merging with the Ten Tails like this. Part of me feels like because Amato is a sneaky motherfucker. I feel like Amato is going to take that into account. And I feel like his plans might have changed because of it. I feel like that might be it too. His plans probably changed because of it. And it not only to save his life, but I feel like there was more to releasing Code's limiters. And I feel like Shibai is part of it. Either that, or what could be going down in terms of Amato is he knew something. Obviously, he knew something was up with Code, but I think that he maybe planned for either Kawaki or Code to be the vessel for Shibai. It's gotta be one of them. It's gotta be one of them. Oh god, that would make so much sense. I feel like it would make more sense for Code to be the vessel because he's more powerful and the merging with the Ten Tails. But there's also Kawaki. There's also Kawaki to take into account too. Either that or Kawaki's going to get turned into Kawaki's going to get eaten. And then and trigger Shibai coming to this realm. But something that I do want to point out in terms of Vierness is you need like the Philosopher's Stone, and the Philosopher's Stone, remember in Fullmetal Alchemist, it's the same case here. You need a lot of sacrifices for that. And the Shinju you could make the argument about the Shinju being sacrifices, but Shinju being sacrifices because they are feeding off of human, off of their human host. I wonder if that might come into play. Yeah, because for Vierness to have a physical form, they needed the Philosopher's Stone. Yeah, I honestly feel like this could be the case here with Shibai, that this really does seem like Vierness, and also it really does seem like a King of the Kagari situation too. Oh, it does. Where they need where there's certain conditions that need to be met, and I feel like Code, either that or the other thing could be is Code and Kawaki are both needed, because you have the black and white could be for their karmas. If the black karma is basically, it's a yin yang motif. There we go. Basically, you'd have, and obviously their designs are very much a yin yang motif too, if you think about it. But yeah, you have to have the merge, or have the powers of yin and yang merge. And I feel like that could be a possibility where Code uses Kawaki for that. And that's what Amato wants, and that would be Amato's plan. I could see that. I could see that being Amato's plan. It would make the most sense. And when I say it would explain, be another explanation for Code having his power bound, maybe. But like, well, hell, Code was really powerful. That's why I'm telling you, Code is gonna be the vessel. At least Code, for sure, is gonna be the vessel for Shibai, and that's because of that white marking. I'm telling you, that means that only can only be a vessel for an enlightened Otsutsuki. Oh my god, I really hope that's the case. Really do. That would be freaking amazing. But I don't remember the number of humans needed to be sacrificed for the Philosopher's Stone. There's gonna be a ton. Oh, there's gonna be a ton of deaths. Oh, there will be tons of deaths up in here if it's what I'm guessing it's gonna be. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What you guys think. And god damn, we're almost at 3 hours. Let me just check one other thing here too. Let's see if we got any donations or not. Either via PayPal or a freaking Cash App. Let's see, where are you, Cash App? So I got no donations here. All right. If there are no more questions and there are no donations, I am going to log off and get myself some lunch. Let me just double check and make sure I don't have anything else to record, and I will then I will sign off, because I want to see if I'm going to add anything to the after I'm done recording. Okay. Wait a minute. Hold up. Something is very, very sus here with Kanojo Kurashimasu. Why is it out now? It's usually... Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, what you guys think, and remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. Love what we're doing. I want to help keep this operation alive and kicking, so we can keep bringing you more Boruto content, as well as maybe even more live streams if there's enough demand for it. A few ways you can do that: donate to our Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, purchase something off our Amazon wish list. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Twitch, Discord. Friend us on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I'll be seeing you later. Bye.